Hello, everybody. This is another edition of Recollection Tapes with Ronkay, and today I have an important guest with me. He's an artist, he's a songwriter, and a producer. None other than Del Bizu. What's up, bro?
I'm good, man. Good to be here.
Man, it's so nice to have you here, man.
Same here, man.
There are so many stories you have. You've been in the industry for so long. And I remember when you started, I think I was also part of that story. So
Yeah,
I did part of that story.
true that, no lies.
Yeah, we just want you to go down memory lane and, just tell us a little bit of some of these things, how you came up, what finally made it for you. What is that song that eventually catapulted the brand, and then you took off from there?
Okay, it's a long story, so I don't even know where to start from.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah,
Just
but
start.
I'm gonna try as much as possible to, to tell the story. Yeah, because I believe that I've told like these stories in like different versions and different interviews, but then most times people don't really know like the truth behind everything. The real truth most times behind the music, the moments, and it started a while ago, like pretty much when I came into Lagos was pretty much because of music. That was like pretty much like it's 99, 2000. That was like when I moved to Lagos.
Yeah.
I was just playing in bands, do church, do a one-man band. Then I used to do one-man band, play in different venues, clubs, just go sing for free. And
for free.
just think of, just because you just love what you do, and you just have a passion for it. So for me then, it wasn't really about money when I came to music. For me it was the act, it was the love for the act. This is something that I see myself doing, and I see myself doing well. So I think that was like the drive for me. So all the way to like about 2006, 7, I had the opportunity of working with Playground Studio. Before then that was MIDI Cup. That was like my first studio experience. Even before that, I believe I've done some other, these minor projects and see. I can't even remember.
If somebody could say, come and help me do something, just go there and do. But like a base there. Yeah, I feel you.
So the first time I actually went to the studio to work, was actually even my song. I was trying to go for this competition.
Okay.
That I saw. I just saw the flyer. So I was like, can't remember how much was the pay or so, but to me then, this one is big, I think win this thing. So I went into the studio trying to record myself, for that competition. So by the time I finished making the music and everything, the studio engineer was like, bro, man, this guy, you're good, man. This is your first time working in the studio. You're the one you made the. He was the studio engineer. I just basically, had to, talk to him to give me the know-how how to do this and do that, and he was there to help me, guide me. It was a night session. Then you had to like book, 8 hours, or you book
4 hours.
So I was able to book like the night session because night sessions are cheaper. People don't come to night sessions a lot. So that was how everything started. So when I recorded the song, I think the owner of the corporation came, Mr. Jide. So he came. He also listened to the song. It's like, who's this boy? Who's this kid? And everybody was like, okay, this guy sounds nice. It's like, who produced the song? He's the same guy. Really? Who sang? He's the same. Oh, okay. When next is around, you guys should let me know. So pretty much, that was how I started going there. The engineer kind of just liked me too. Elisha, for the guys, he just supported me. He will always call me like, "They'll be come to the studio now." I'm like, just come, like, feel free. don't be shy. Like, you're gifted, you're talented. So, just come around. It doesn't matter. Like, just let people just see you, around. And, so I would go there like every day, like I'm resuming for office.
Now office work.
Office work tonight. I did that for a little bit. Then I had the privilege of, coming down to Playground Studios. I can't even remember who invited me there. I just did that. I found myself in Playground Studios trying to work. Because then, I started doing more of recording people. Because Medical Copy was then, they handled all then MTN just came.
Okay.
Econet just came.
Yeah.
So we did all the recording for all the voiceovers. Then for all the, all the ringtone, all the color back tones, all the, every single thing you hear on MTN. So we did all those recordings back then. I was just an engineer, just watching the big guys work. And whenever I have any opportunity, it's like, okay, come and do this or come and do that. I'm excited. I just jump, get it done. And fast forward till Playground Studio, where I met Paul Play, and then he just released what's it called, Angel of My Life. Song was like, pretty much big. I mean, I think I started working there just a little bit before the song came out.
Okay.
Then what's it called? He was recording the album, his album that time that had all those Forever Hitville. So I was opportune to just be the studio engineer there, just pressing record. Record my voice. For me, I was just happy and excited to do that. Because for me it was like, this guy's a legend, and I'm here, recording him. And fast forward till then, that was pretty much where I met the band and Don Jazzy.
Okay.
That was pretty much where he came to record a song then for Queen.
Okay.
Jabele.
Yeah.
No, even before Jabele, there was this other two artists, these twins. I can't remember their name anymore.
They're not two necks.
Is it twin? I don't think it's. I can't remember their name, but those guys are like, they're big twins, big like. I still remember their face, but I hope they forgive me for this. I just remember their name. So Don Jazzy came to produce them, in the studio. That was like my first time seeing, meeting Don Jazzy, and after that, take the next, I think, couple of days after that, we worked on the Queen's project. It was me, him, Dr. Fraps, may he so rest in peace. We're just there working. Me, I was just a studio guy, studio engineer. Just love the opportunity that I could just be there, just record people and just watch artists do their things, while I'm also trying to produce, do other things also. So fast forward, the band came after a while. One they called the band, then they did the song Why Me. I think that was pretty much
Don Jazzy's production, right?
Yeah, that was Don Jazzy, Dr. Fraps.
Dr. Fraps.
Yeah,
okay.
that was Don Jazzy, Dr. Fraps, and I also co-produced for the project, for the song.
Okay.
And I was also the studio engineer, and I mixed the song, mastered everything, and pretty much I'm being, it wasn't like, for me it was just an opportunity just to, to do something that I felt that I love so much, and for me that was just fulfilling, at that point for me. So fast forward, the song, of course, went and blew up,
But at that point, nobody still knew Delby is, even though you were part of the production.
Yeah. For me, then I didn't care. Do you understand? Like, I didn't care. I just wanted to just be there. Just, Studio Rats was my life. That was my dream. That was like everything I wanted to do. So just the opportunity to be there and just, meanwhile, like pretty much everybody, all these guys were still, very young, just trying to find their way to So fast forward till 2010, I went to work with Soul Music, Dare, then came back to Lagos again. That was in Abuja. I came back to Lagos 2011. Then tried to set up my studio. Then it was a little bit. Then I knew. Okay. Then I met. I think that was pretty much.
When you worked in my studio.
I worked in your studio too. We did the Resis project. Yeah. I think it was pretty much almost around that same time too. Yeah. When I was doing more hits, I was doing a Resis.
Yeah.
Project too. Almost same time. So I think everything happened.
Around the same time.
It's a long story. I hope this
story is not. It is a long story.
It sounds boring to me, right? Feels like I'm talking too much. She's yawning.
She's not.
Like this guy, when I come they go, I don't talk. Don't mind me. So
yeah, me. So now let me ask you a question. I know there's this song, Why Me?
Yeah. Why Me? You want to just talk about?
Yeah, you produced it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I won't say I produced it. I was just a co-producer. The producers for that song was Dr. Fabs and Don Jazzy.
Okay.
Yeah. I just co-produced.
Okay.
With them.
Okay.
So. But those.
Can you maybe just give us a picture of how things were working that time, like?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much Don Jazzy has this thing about him that once he starts making beats, he's already vibing. Mm-hmm. It's just normal for him. Like he's already trying to put like hooks or put ideas. So most times, the sounds that he makes actually becomes like the sound for the song, or the melody for the song, or the melody for the chorus. So, and I mean, for me that was just amazing seeing someone do that, and do it so fast. Meanwhile, I was still working with Pop Play, who, Pop Play was an OG, like niggas done hits for everybody from Tony Tatwila to the Remedies, like everybody, like he's done like. So, for me, all that process was just a learning process from, from all these people and just growing up to, what, later became There'll Be, and all that together. So, all that experience together. So, 2011 was pretty much like when I did, like, I think my first song that actually, like, and that was Flavour and Dare.
Flavour and Dare.
Sisieko.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much like 2011.
So tell us about Sisieko now. that was like the first one that that took the name up there.
Yeah, I mean because then I was working with I went to Abuja to work with Soul Music, and Dare was one of the artists signed to Soul Music. Password was also there.
Yeah.
Owned by Diola Atalade. And so I mean, it was such a beautiful experience, just learning process, also working with them, growing up and everything, grinding, So we were signed to the label as songwriters and producers.
Okay.
So it was I Am Password that got signed same time. I think same day. We got signed same day. We got a contract because the same guy was managing both of us at that point in time. But Ayorotimi.
Okay.
Ayorotimi was working with Storm and Obiasika on the other side.
Yeah.
He had his whole thing going on. Then also with Pipe. General Pipe, Vector, a whole lot of YJ, a whole lot of people that he was working with at that same time. So that was pretty much like my first, like major, like gig as a music producer. Sisieko came out. It was first. Okay, I think it was.
So now the creative part of it.
Okay.
Were you part of the song creation or just the production of the beat?
Yeah, I mean the whole because the song was pretty much like a song that Dari had already done or so.
Okay.
So they needed me to do like a remix, like change the vibe and recreate it. So that was what I did.
Okay.
So just to like recreate the whole song and change the whole vibe, give it a different vibe and everything. So by the time I was done, they heard everything. I was like, man, Flavour will be good on this. And the thing then they reached out to Flavour. So Flavour came over to my. Then I was already back in Lagos when Flavour came to record the song.
Okay.
Because Flavour came to record in my studio. I remember that was Aolowe.
Ikeja.
Yeah, Ikeja. So Flavour came over there, recorded. Then I think I sent the vocals back to them in Abuja. Well, I think I went back because I was still working with them back and forth. So I go back, come back to Lagos. So the song came out. So that was like my first, major
breakout song.
Breakout, yeah. Then the next was I think the next was with Orezi.
Okay.
Around that same period because we did that what's that song again? That's your artist. You don't forget your artist song.
I'm trying to remember the particular song now.
The song, he shot the video in South Africa.
I don't feel like.
I don't feel like.
Yeah.
So what was I saying for that?
Yeah, you're talking about all the songs that came out around
around that period of time. So and so I think after that songs like I met Casey. No, I'd already started working with Harry songs all this time too.
Yes.
Harry's fantastic songwriter. So we did a whole lot of work together, just grinding in the studio. Then I used to just sneak him into the studio to come out record in Playground Studios, because daytime he obviously cannot come to the studio and work
in the night.
At night he could just sneak and record. So I'm there 24 hours. So I'm there as a studio engineer, working in the studio daytime. At night I'm the producer, recording my guys. Rezi, Harry songs, and so forth. Then I think, then after that, I also did a lot with Mohit back then too for their collaboration album. What's it called?
Where you have Pere and the rest.
Yeah. I was pretty much just studio engineer, recording with Don Jazzy. That was such a beautiful experience, and that's a long time ago. It's a while ago.
So I think after that, the biggest song that you now did was with Casey, right?
Yeah,
the first mega hit.
Yeah, I think the first song that actually was was Flavour. I think it was Flavour. Yeah. I think it was Flavour 2011. It was Flavour. That's Shake. Yeah. So Shake that was the first song that actually actually blew up.
Can you remember how that Shake did happen?
I think it was after Sisieko. So Flavour wanted us to just keep working, because he pretty much man, there will be, I will have to do a lot together. So then I always go to his house as first stack back then. We just vibe, record. And Flavour is such an amazing musician that he's, he doesn't actually wait for you to make the beat. He writes the song. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Then you now make the beat to the song. Whereas a lot of other artists,
hear the beat first.
will have to hear the beat so they know how to fit in and know how to, But this nigga already has the song ready.
Yeah, it's very musical like that.
Nigga already has his song ready, the melody, the harmonies, everything, the melody stack ready. even before you understand, even before the beat is ready. So I think, but for when we did Shake, you know, I think I just pretty much just, you know, just created the beats and just, you know, that was like the first recording that he just did without the song being ready. You know, so that shit just came out and, you know, was wild. Then after that, Sim and Casey did a song too. I think almost that same period.
Okay.
Yes, I think something, Give It To Me or something. Baby, give it to me.
Okay.
So they did that song. That song was also like another song that actually, like, you know, that was when, like, you know, people started knowing there would be like, okay, there's this guy. You know, then I think the next song after that was Limpopo. Yeah. Casey. So that was.
This Limpopo now, we need to talk about it properly.
That was the song.
Because this Limpopo, it was hot. So I want to understand the creative process of Limpopo. What it could happen? Is it that you first sleep and then the idea of the beat come to your head?
It was so funny. It's so funny because I mean, when we made that song, we made like 2 songs that day. You know, we made like 2 bangers that day, same day. You know, I can't remember the same song we made that, but we made like 2 different songs. When we made Limpopo, it was pretty much like the studio session was even done. So in case it was like, Del, man, like I want to feature Neo on the song.
Neo,
yeah.
The American Neo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Neo was
okay.
like, I want to feature Neo on the song, that I should create something for him that I feel like Neo can sing and 2 of them can put together.
Okay.
So just in the studio there, I just started vibing, just started playing the chords. Bang, 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 bang. You know, then as soon as I started playing the chords, I started humming the, what's it called? The
chorus part?
The hook line. Oh, oh, oh. So, what's it called? So put that down. Fast forward, the beat was ready. Harry Song came in, you know, and wrote, you know,
the remaining part.
Wrote the whole part of the song. And of course, Skibby was there, so Skibby was part of, because Skibby was the guy who brought the main hook. Actually,
that Limpopo word.
That Limpopo was Skibby.
That was Skibby's lamba.
Yeah, well, that was Skibby's lamba. You know, but every other thing else, you know, the chorus, the verses, all that was Harry Song. You know, but the
humming part.
The humming part.
That was me. You.
That was me right
when you
there.
were doing the production.
Yeah, that was doing the production. Yeah,
wow.
So
that collaboration was.
Yeah, that was
massive.
Yeah,
3 major people. Man.
Yeah, so that was.
No wonder it's something.
So the song was ready.
Wow.
The song was ready, like ready.
Oh man.
Yeah, and
that song just scattered everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
so that was a song that changed.
It changed everything, man.
It changed everything for everybody. You know, and after that, Pullover came out.
Yeah.
You know, that was my first time recording with Wizkid. My also first time meeting Wizkid too.
Yeah. So tell us that.
That was.
How did it happen?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, you know, Liverpool came out. Casey was like #1 artist everywhere, like, you know, and because the song was so big, like it was bigger than.
Too big, man.
It was bigger than everything that was happening. I mean, there were like a lot of other songs too that was like hot then. Like David had, what's that song?
Skelewu or something?
No, not Skelewu. That's that song with Password.
Gobe.
Gobe was pretty much around that same period. Shantizu, Ole was almost around the same period. And what other songs again? It was like there were like a lot of other songs that were like really hot at that same period, but Limpopo just like came out from nowhere and just like changed everything. You know, then Pullover was next, because I can't remember how that. Okay, I knew I was, before that recording, I knew I was very sick. I was in the hospital. Okay. You know, my Manager back then brought my laptop to me in the hospital where I was.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean I wasn't supposed to be my, but you know now like my body the hurts. I look as a come this guy's sickness. You cannot let me down. Like I have to make music. Like yeah, I was sick, but then I just needed my laptop just so I was really down. That was when I made that beat. Pull over. Like I wasn't
in the hospital.
Yes, I wasn't
sick bed.
Yeah, I was sick. Like I was down completely. But the few single minutes I had to just like get myself, I just lay standard beat.
Wow.
Without no keyboard, nothing, just me and my computer. Just knock everything. And I think the next day or so, because he hit me up, was like, I found out my bros, I did that, I'm very sick, so I think he came over, to come see me, then think maybe like couple of like the next day after that, he calls me, he's like, man, Del, he spoke to Wiz and Wiz is, ready to do a song with him, that he wants us to go and work with Wiz. So it was like he wants us to create a new song. So when into the studio, try to create something new, sharp. Then we took it there. Then played the song, the one we just made, played it for Wiz. He was just vibing his head, just shaking his head. Then the next thing that happened was I just played
the other one you did while you were sick.
The other one I was sick, just before the session also. So immediately I played that, he just screamed from where he was like, tell me, oh my god. It was like the next thing, he just grabbed his mic.
Wow. So the actual beat you guys made didn't make it to the...
No, he didn't know. That was not the song he even did.
Wow.
The song he was.
Wow.
These are other beats. So when he had the beat, he was just like, there'll be Jesus.
No, that beat match.
He just took the mic. It was like immediately, like in less than 2 seconds, this guy, chorus was ready. Back, baby, you pull over.
Reverse. Wow.
And in the next 5 minutes, the whole studio was on fire. Like, because I just kept repeating the whole. I just kept that chorus on repeat. So every time the chorus came back, and everybody just go crazy, like fuck. So that's pretty much.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting story, man.
Then after
it's
that,
very,
of course, a whole lot
story.
of other songs.
Wow. Then you also did so that's about did you do any other thing for Casey, any other song?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I mean that whole project, I did the whole album.
Okay.
The whole takeover album.
Yeah.
I pretty much produced every single song from scratch to finish. Some I wrote. And
but the two big songs there were Limpopo and
the two big songs. Then also, I think My Face also, Fine Face or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Fine Face was also like but I mean it wasn't as big as those other two songs.
Okay.
And
then another very important song we have to talk about.
Yeah.
Is one of the biggest songs ever.
Yeah.
That it's ever come out for Nigeria. Mad Over You.
Mad Over You.
Today still, people still say it's like the first song that gave us another style of music, because it's like you guys blended something from Ghana with some. So can you just tell us about Mad Over You?
Mix it up. Mad Over You pretty much was, I mean, same thing. Same day I did Mad Over You, I did 2 other songs. I like 2 bangers same day. So for us, then it was just
where were you guys that time?
Then Mad Over You, I was in Lekki. I think I already moved to Lekki.
Okay.
Yeah, my old house. So I called downtown. Just one of the days I was just less busy and wasn't doing much. like, yeah, if I come house now, I have this beat. So that was the song. The first song we did was my song.
Okay.
That's Die for Your Wine.
Oh, Die for Your Wine. Yeah.
Yeah, with Timaya.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did those two songs that same night, Mad Over You and Die for Your Wine. So Die for Your Wine, I finished the beat, of course, right there on time. Put the chorus, and later on got Timaya to do his verse. Then, as soon as the song was ready, Runtime was like, Dale, we'll do something else now. Let's,
Yeah.
And Runtime is a very creative guy.
Yeah.
Like very, very creative. He just knows how to, pick things from different places. So he's like, let's create something, that's different. So he was trying to. So I think he brought the song for me. He was trying to like tell me to create the song. So I was like, let me just do something different. Let's just create something
from scratch. Yeah.
So they pretty much just made the beats.
So now that beat is the sound is different from whatever you've been producing before, because we've not even talked about the Wizkid hits. There is a correlation between the Limpopo and the pullover and but the Mad Over You beat is different. The vibe is different. The sound is different. What was the thing that inspired that?
Yeah, I think pretty much what inspired Mad Over You was mainly Pana. Was techno's Pana. But then when I had to like create it in our own way, and just like I just tried to create it my own way, just like but that was like that was where the inspiration came out from. Do you understand?
Well, they don't sound alike at all.
Yeah, they don't. They don't sound. Yeah, that's the first thing, because because I believe art is unique, because you can take anything from anywhere and turn it around and create something new with it. That's just the beauty of art and the work that we do. So when you create, most times you get inspired by different things. That's true. At the end of the day, what you might finally come out with would not even be close to what even inspired
where you
started from.
That's true.
Might end somewhere else that you didn't even expect that. This song was gonna go a direction. So that's just how music is for me. Like, I'm open to music. I'm open to how it leads me to the final destination where I feel like, this thing satisfies me. I'm happy with it. If I'm not happy with it, then at the same time, I'm a very difficult guy to please. Like, even myself, I had to please myself. Because I'm the same guy that will make a song, and the song is out there, everybody's dancing, but I'm looking for the things that I feel like
you should still I should have just tweaked this thing a little more.
Maybe I should have added this or taken out this, or I'm still like, that's how I listen to music. So and I believe for like a lot of creators, like that has really like destroyed how we are supposed to enjoy music. Because
you're trying to be over perfect.
Do you understand? You're trying to look out for.
Continue to criticize it.
You're trying to look out for every other thing that is in the music or that's not even in the music. Even when you hear music from like other people or other artists, you're trying to like
analyze,
see everything, make sure that this makes sound right, the vocals is perfect, the harmonies are, the kick is not too loud, or the bass is not fighting with the guitar, or you're just So I guess music, has messed that up for everybody who makes music. I don't know about everybody, but I'm just speaking for myself. People's experiences could be different. From mine. That's one thing also.
So there's this song you did for Wizkid. What's the title again? On Top Your Matter. That's another major hit in the culture. So tell us about how it happened.
Sorry, I'm messing the mic up. On top of your matter, I mean, it was pretty much almost same time that I think after pullover. That's pretty much, after we did pullover, of course.
Were you in South Africa when you did that bit?
No, I was in Nigeria. We actually made that song in Wizkid's house, in his house. Yeah, and I made the beat right there. He recorded, mixed everything right there. I mixed everything right there in his house. And released it. Because back then you didn't have to wait for D1 DSP to tell you that they have to wait for Apple or send the song to Apple or send to Spotify. Nah, there was nothing like that. Then you just record the song, put it on SoundCloud. Straight that is out there. DJs already, everybody already has it. The next minute. That was pretty much what the game was like back then, before the whole speed up on the internet, and now that you have to have to send song to A&R.
I mean, it's a whole process.
It's a whole process compared to what it was like back then. Back then, everything was just, the artist is just basically the main drive. Like you basically detect the whole thing. And I think pretty much that is what everything is still about for people who really know what they want to do, because you don't really want to sit down and wait for someone to decide. Always tell you, or give you directions and things that you should know, or things that you should learn about.
That's fantastic. So now, what's the next project you are on now?
I have new projects I'm working on. I have actually 2 projects for next year.
Okay.
The first one comes out in April.
Okay.
I have a single dropping in a couple of days. Today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. I have a single coming out in 2 days, on Friday.
Friday, wow.
Yeah, we're with Hot Kid. And I have an EP coming out.
Okay.
A 4-track EP.
Okay.
I think after that the EP drops. I have the EP is an EP of collaborations, because I have like a whole lot of collaborations. I mean, I don't want to give out the names out here now.
Okay.
Just wait out and discover it when the EP is out. Just go look for it. So the EP and the album is for next year, and pretty much have like a lot of other things also on the side, coming up that I can't disclose right now, because we still.
Are you planning on signing artists?
I mean, all that is also part of.
Okay.
Part of like the big plans for next year, and things that I'm trying to unveil. And
okay. Okay. Another very interesting hit that is You Got It already, featuring Wizkid. Can you tell me how the song came about? I think this was 2013.
2000, pretty much same time, around. Most of these stories I honestly can't even remember, because songs are too much. I honestly can't remember like most of the, but I know that was one of all those beautiful moments, with Orezi, of course, now signed to your label back then. COVID. That song was pretty much an attempt for us to just like make a street song, a streets club song. I think I don't know if I'm correct. That was the idea. So we pretty much recorded that song. You probably know the whole story about that song more than I do. You probably can even tell it better than I can do.
I wasn't there, you can tell it better. DG was
there. Banji was there. You guys can probably tell it better than I can do, for real.
And the story I heard was you guys started a bit and they took the light. And then all of a sudden you went to the generator to try to put on the generator, and the generator refused to come on. And you had to battle that generator for like hours before the generator. And then you went back straight. You know, you continued working for more than 14 hours straight before you got the beat and songs ready. Yeah. So I mean, that was like serious work ethics when you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, because for us then, you know, like, and even till now, like music for us, you know, is like our job. Do you understand? Like, we wake up to eat every day. It's just like you wake up and you go to office, you have work and you have schedule and you have projects, you have plans, you have projections, you know, and goals and visions and all that. So it's pretty much the same for us too, as artists and producers, you know. You know, for us it's like we're coming to office every day to start work.
Yeah.
You know, so, and we don't even close. When people close and go back to their home, we were still there. You know, grinding, working on the music, you know, changing the beats or adding this, or, you know, we're working on that, or probably working on the verse.
Yeah.
You know, that would take maybe another 3-4 days, or maybe 1 week, compared to how, you know, people make music now. People can just go in and, you know, back then we still did that too.
Yeah.
You know, but then right now music is pretty much just like about the numbers. People don't really care about quality music anymore, or good music anymore, or like try to create time to like, okay, let's create something that is special. Now it's just about, okay, let's do this collaboration with this guy that's hot. Oh, this guy is hot, let's do a song with him. Oh, this person is hot. This person has this number. This person has that number. Oh yeah, this guy. You know, that's what music is right now, and it's sad, you know, because there's no synergy. That shit don't even last more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, before you know it, another song is already out. Forgetting about that other one.
You know.
So before we go, the last one is we're going to talk about Bend Down, Pause.
Yeah.
So can you recall anything?
Bend Down, Pause. Yeah, I mean that song also. God. So, yeah, I mean that was. I mean, I know that during that time, and Runtown was doing like a whole lot of recording, you know, all together. Bend Down, Pause was pretty much like one of the songs that we did around that same time. So, you know, of course, I produced the song, and you know, Runtown, you know, had Wizkid on the song too.
Yeah.
You know, the whole. I think I pretty much did the whole recording process. Recorded both of them, you know, cut their vocals, pretty much mixed the song myself, mastered everything myself. Because then, like back then, you needed to know how to do everything. Do you understand? Like you had to like learn everything. You know, when we were coming up, you know, for us, you know, I don't know. That's pretty much like I said. I'm such a very terrible.
When they record everything.
Terrible storyteller. Thank you so much.
There's so much hits. We can't even.
I know. I'm such a very terrible storyteller. So
every part of the hits you've ever produced. There are so many of them. There are so many stories. Thank you for coming, and
thank you so
much. Hopefully, you'll be able to do more of this another time.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the end of another very beautiful edition of Recollection Tapes with Ronkay. Stay tuned.